Alright, so we have an onboard 8 kW QD diesel generator. The QD stands for quiet diesel. Right here is a control panel for that generator to be able to start and stop the generator. When you start that generator, it will automatically take over the 120 volt onboard load. So if, for instance, if I have the inverter turned on and you notice that this lights up, by the way, all the interior outlets light up, so you can tell whether you have power on them. Plus the duplex outlets are hospital grade outlets. So I'm going to start this generator, and what you're going to do is you're going to push the button down and hold it just for about 5 seconds or so until that switch right there lights up. And once you've lit that up, you're going to then push it to the start mode. And then notice the light is blinking on it. And once that light goes solid, then it is running. So right now the generator is running. You may notice that the generator running, you can barely hear it. Probably in this audio you can't hear it hardly at all. So I'm going to go ahead and turn the air conditioners off just to get rid of any noise at all. So right now the generator makes very little noise. So what does the generator control? Well, if I turn this inverter switch off, if you notice the outlets are still lit up. That's because it started the generator, so the generator took over the load of the outlets. In addition to that, so all the outlets on the whole truck are powered by that 8 kW generator, but in addition to that you have 2 rooftop mounted air conditioners. And those rooftop mounted air conditioners are labeled from the Shoreline operation, Shoreline A, and that one's labeled Shoreline B, but it's also labeled generator, which means that it operates off the Shoreline or the generator. It tells you which Shoreline operates which air conditioner. The controls are on the faceplate, so all you got to do is turn it to its coldest setting and turn this one to its coldest setting. And now we have 2 rooftop air conditioners that are running, that traditionally, if you weren't running the 12 volt air conditioners, these air conditioners would be able to cool the inside of this ambulance. So if I turn this air conditioner on, this air conditioner on, and now I'm running all 4 air conditioners at the same time, the idea is you have a lot of redundancy in your air conditioning system. But not only that, when you open the doors up and you walk out of the truck and leave it, then you lose what you've gained, during your transport or during your travels. You lose that air conditioning, you lose that cool air, or in any city for that matter. Regaining that cool air is difficult to do during a transport. With this type of setup and having 4 air conditioners running at the same time, the recovery time is minimalized greatly. So by the time you get these all started up and you're running down the road, you'll be cooled off within minutes, very few minutes, as opposed to sometimes you never get full recovery. By the time you get to the hospital, it's still hot and you might be sweating. So that's how the generator operates. If you were to cut this generator off, remember I turned the inverter switch off, so I would leave it on. But if I cut the generator off, then I'm just going to do the same thing to cut it off. I'm going to push this switch down, okay? And now the generator is cut off. And so, again, there's no interruption here with your 120 volt power because the inverter is on. So what's important about the generator is that you have controls for this generator literally at the generator, but on top of that you have controls here at the rear in the patient compartment. You also have another set of controls that are in the front cab of the truck, so you can turn the generator on or off from any of these 3 different locations, and these generator switches are all mutually exclusive from each other. So with that being said, that is the gist of the generator.